Mabuhay! It's Teacher Joy. Welcome to our online rationalization. So this contains 5 items. This question can be asked for LET exam or di kaya pwede din sa CSE. Okay, so before we start our rationalization for 5 items, I would like to invite everyone, especially sa lahat ng magte-take ng licensure examination for teachers this September and civil service exam this August. Open pa po ang ating review group chat. Very affordable ang aming review group. So, you can pay for as low as 100 pesos. And limited slots na lang po kami. So, habol pa habang may slots. Okay. So, now, let's start number 1 question. Complete the analogy teacher to classroom, blank to blank. A doctor, B hospital, B lawyer to library, C architect to machine, D clerk to school. Ang ganitong question ay isang analogy, which means first we're going to see ano ba yung relationship nila. So, teacher to classroom. Ang teacher ay isang tao, no, na ang profession ay magturo. So, teacher is a profession and yung classroom ay isang institution or kaya dyan sila nagtuturo. Ang mga teacher, dyan sila nagtuturo. So, yun. No? Person and then yung kanilang workplace. So, ano dyan sa 4 na items ang tamang sagot? Okay, person tsaka yung kung ano yung workplace nila. Yes, nakatama kayo. Kasi ang ating tamang sagot ay letter A, doctor to hospital. Okay, so doctor is a profession and then yung hospital is the primary workplace of a doctor. So, letter A ang ating tamang sagot. Letter B, lawyer to library. Ang lawyer ay saan nagtatrabaho? Sa law office or di kaya sa courtroom. So, hindi letter B. Letter C naman, architect to machine. Ang architect ay, ano yung kanyang primary workplace? Yes, it typically works in a studio or di kaya sa mga firm and design buildings, no? Okay, so clerk to school. Ang clerk ay saan nag-work? Pwede siya sa school registrar offices. Ang school kasi ay masyadong general eh. Hindi lang naman clerk ang nasa school. It can be a teacher, security guard, no? So, masyadong general. So, specific tayo, clerk, saan nag-work? Sa school registrar office. Ayan. So, again, ang ating tamang sagot ay letter A, doctor to hospital. Now, let's move on. Number 2 question. Which word means to make better or improve? A. Amend. B. Remedy. C. Enhance. D. Rectify. Ano ang synonym or kahulugan or magkahulugan or same ang meaning ng better or di kaya improve? Yes, letter C po ang ating tamang sagot, enhance. Enhance means to intensify, increase, or further improve the quality, the value, or the extent of something. Now, for example, enhancing the image of Mona Lisa. So, i-improve pa ang imahe ni Mona Lisa. Okay. So, amend. Amend is, naririnig natin yan sa mga batas-batas, di ba? Amend. Inamendahan ang batas. So, ibig sabihin ng amend ay binago, minodify, or may dinagdag. Ganon. So, amend. Remedy naman, ang remedy ay para siyang, yes, may in-improve ka, but remedy is more on parang may mali and then niremedyohan mo siya. So, ganon. You make it better or make it good. Remedy. Rectify, same with remedy, meaning may error, may mali, may fault, and then niremedyohan mo siya or na-rectify mo siya. So, ang ating tamang sagot ng to make better or improve is letter C, enhance. Okay, now let's move on another question. Actions speak louder than words is an example of what? Ano kaya ang mga ganitong phrases? A, idiom. B, proverb. C, metaphor. D, simile. Actions speak louder than words. So this is a proverb, no? A proverb. So a proverb is a traditional, short, and well-known saying that expresses a general truth, offers a piece of advice, or teaches a moral lesson. So sa Tagalog, tinatawag siyang parabola. Kasi ang fable naman is pabula, no? Ang fable is mga makukuha natin ng mga lesson from Bible, no? Yun. So ito naman ang proverb is a parabola. No, it's short words na may value, may truth. Ayan, so actions speak louder than words. Idiom naman, 'di ba, mostly sa drills natin nakaraan sa civil ay idiom, na it's idiomatic expression. Ibig sabihin, ang word na ito ay hindi siya tinitake as literal na meaning. For example, no, idiom na break a leg. Ang ibig sabihin ng break a leg are good luck, ganon. So, break a leg, ganon yung idiom. Metaphor naman is is a figure of speech that makes a direct comparison by stating that one thing is another and related thing for symbolic effects. So, for example, ito ay kinukumpara mong isang bagay, pero hindi ka gumagamit ng comparison word na like or as, no? So, yun, kinukumpara mo siya but without using like or as. For example, time is a thief. Ganon. So, yung time, kinukumpara mo siya sa isang magnanakaw but you don't put a word like or as. Unlike sa simile, guys, we're using like or as. It's the same with metaphor. It's a comparison of two things. Pero sa simile kasi is gumagamit tayo ng like or as. For example, as brave as lion. Joseph is brave as lion. So, matapang siya as a lion. Ganon. So, simile, metaphor, idiom, and proverbs. I hope nagigets. Okay, so let's move on sa ating second to the last na question. The teacher, together with her pupils, blank going to the museum. Is it letter A is, B or C where, D have? Ano yung tamang word natin dito? It's a subject-verb agreement, guys, ha? Alam nyo ba yon? Kapag singular ng subject, gagamit kayo ng singular na verb. Kapag plural naman yung subject, gagamit kayo ng plural na verb. So, the teacher together with her pupils, blank, going to the museum. Ano yung subject natin dito? Ang subject natin si teacher. So, si teacher ba ay singular or plural? Yes, singular. So, dahil singular si teacher, gagamit tayo ng is. And yung is natin is singular. So, ang tamang sentence dito, guys, is the teacher together with her pupils is going to the museum. Ayun. Ganun lang yung subject-verb agreement natin. Okay, now let's move on sa ating panghuling tanong. Which sentence has the correct structure? A. I have arrived yesterday. B. I arrived yesterday. C. I arrived yesterday. D. I arriving yesterday. Okay, saan dito yung tama, no? Tamang structure ng sentence? Mostly my yesterday. So, ang ibig sabihin nito ay natapos na. It's past. Simple past tense. So, alin dyan? Yes, guys. Letter B po. I arrived yesterday. Simple lang naman, no? It's verb tenses paired with specific time markers. So, the word yesterday is a specific, completely finished point in a past time. So, ibig sabihin natapos na nga siya. Kahapon pa. So, to complete the actions that happened at a specific past time, use the simple past tense na arrive. Arrive with letter T. Ayun. I arrived yesterday. Bakit hindi letter A? I have arrived yesterday. It's irredundant kasi have is what? Have is something have arrived, no, parang it mixes present perfect tense, ganon. I have arrived. I arriving yesterday, this uses a present participle na arriving, meaning in the present pa. Ganon. So, I arrived yesterday, mali din siya. No? I arrived because I is singular, dapat hindi arrives. Dapat I arrive, ganun lang. So, singular, singular, plural, plural. Ganun lang yung ating basic agreement. or the rules, no? Yun. So, thank you so much for listening.